Woven Cultures provides workshops for children and youth so that they can observe, understand, and appreciate the diversity around them. Here to tell us more about this awesome program is Inda Intiar, Jabbar, Lawani, and Wenda, Aulia. Thank you so much for coming on the show, gang.
Thank
Nice
you.
to you.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, yeah. My pleasure. So this goes a while back. There was an event called Act 2 that Rogers filmed, and I saw you, Inda, presented to the crowd. And right from the get-go, I thought, this is really cool. That sounds like a really great idea. But for people who don't know, give us an idea of what Woven Cultures is and kind of what prompted the idea of creating these workshops.
Mm-hmm. So basically, we are a group of 4 newcomers. Well, we've been here quite a long time, so we're not new anymore.
Yeah.
But we all came here as international students, and we've lived in the community for a while. And we just wanted to, share our experiences, make sure that other people don't face the same difficulties that we had, and navigate cultural differences as help them navigate cultural differences as well. Anything else?
Well, I was going to say, Jabbar, give us a sense of what are these challenges for like, listen, I always say about how I'm a white dude that lives in New Brunswick. Unfortunately, I can be blind to these kinds of things. So give us a sense of what are the type of challenges that newcomers to our area have to face.
The challenges, I will say that sometimes when you come to a different town that you don't know, you meet different kind of people. And you guys, we have different cultures too, you know. So what we do in our country, in my country, in Benin, is not the same thing that people do here. So you have to understand how everything works here to be able to communicate, to communicate with people here. So that's what I've been through, and it is easy for me to communicate with other people. So for me, myself, it was really easy to integrate myself here. But with Woven Cultures, what we're trying to do is to facilitate communication for other people that don't have the ability to communicate and like easily. So that's what we do with Woven Cultures, to facilitate communication between kids from all over the world. So.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Mm-hmm. So, why don't you give us an idea of how these workshops actually work when you're down in a classroom or at a school?
Yeah, so we play a lot of games. We also share with the children our experiences, our personal experiences with the cultural differences that we go through, and we also share our own cultures. Like, we tell them how to say stuff in our languages, and those are the things that normally kids are very. They like to participate in. They would like to learn the languages that we speak, and we also ask them how to say stuff in their languages. But yeah, other than that, other than giving workshops, we also we produce videos, us sharing personal experiences, going through like different cultural differences that we go through in Canada.
That's fantastic. I imagine the reaction from the kids must be fairly positive.
Yeah, they love it. And I think one thing that I wanted to mention too is that after we try to showcase all the diversity around us in the classroom or in the school or in that event or that specific group of kids and amongst ourselves, once they get to see how diverse their surroundings are and how normal the diversity is, we talk to them about how you can be more inclusive, how to enjoy and benefit from this diversity. It does add so much richness to your life, and the kids love it. We've gotten high fives and hugs early in the morning.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
They love it. They're super participatory in those workshops, and sometimes it gets loud. We have dancing challenges. We'd get the kids to teach us how to do the floss. I don't know if you know what the floss is, but it's fun. Or Jabbar would do his dance from Benin to start everyone off. So
that's true. So
super fun. Yeah.
It sounds like it's like a really high energy kind of fun event that would get the kids maybe not even realizing that they are learning something.
Yeah.
You know, it's such a kind of a fun experience for them that it's almost like it's playtime for them in a sense, but they're actually learning so much more about diversity, inclusivity.
And it's that's the point, right? Is to make it fun for everyone. And we have had these workshops for adults as well that where their parents take part, and we've played games with adults as well, and they've shared their experiences of what it's like when they first came to Canada, when, let's say, their kids get asked for the first time to stay over at a friend's place, or when they look at eye contact, for example. And those are the kind of topics that we also focus on our videos.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
And talking about the kids, I think that the kids already can see the diversity, but what we do is to make them understand how awesome, how nice it is to have diversity around us, like how we can learn from other people that are different, and to make them understand that our differences is not bad, it's something nice, and we can learn from that. So that's what we do with the kids.
I mean, like unfortunately, it's a ridiculous hot topic in a sense about immigration right now. You look at what they're doing in the United States, which is just atrocious, but you even look at it closer at home with Quebec's provincial government got into power, and they kind of ran on a platform of putting stricter immigration laws. I feel it's really timely what you guys are doing to kind of help promote and remind people that this diversity is so important to society as a whole. Does that kind of play into your kind of your ideas behind this program?
Well, I think, like I said before, diversity is something that's normal. It's all around us. The things that we like are different. The things how we love other people are different. How we practice different faiths are different. We believe in different things. So everything about diversity is actually normal. So whether it's today or tomorrow or in the past, this is something that needs to an idea that needs to be reinforced, that diversity makes your life richer. And it's cool. And today a lot of kids, like myself, for example, I grew up in so many places, but I'm Indonesian, but I've lived a lot of my life in Canada. So it's all mixed up, and we have some confusions about our identity, for example, and we have a lot of cultural backgrounds that we feel represent us, or other things that we identify as. So we want to tell the kids that no matter what your diverse backgrounds are, you are also awesome. Being that different is awesome, and we all deserve respect from each other. We should respect one another.
Yeah, that's an absolutely fantastic message. It's funny because I find it's so important because my own personal experience, I went to French schools growing up, and my kids go to French schools as well. And my father, for the longest time, taught for the French immersion program. So he's a francophone working in the English district, kind of looking over at the French immersion program. And there's a lot of criticism about the French immersion program, how well it's working. And one thing that I find is that even at our basic level here in New Brunswick of just English and French, there's not enough of a shared culture between those two. And that's, I think, one of the reasons why French immersion might not do well as it does, because there isn't that kind of shared culture between even just the Anglophones and the Francophones. If it might be easier to say that the Francophones will listen to English music because that culture is so dominant. On the French side of it, it's not as dominant. So the average French immersion student isn't necessarily going to go home and listen to the latest French artists on the radio or watch French television. And to kind of bring that to a sense of what you guys are doing, even expanding that beyond those two cultures into what you guys, your own cultures bring in, I think it's really fantastic.
Thank you.
So for people that are interested then, how do they get a hold of you?
Yeah, you guys can find us on Facebook, Woven Cultures, or we are also on Instagram at Woven Cultures, and you can also send us an email, wovencultures@gmail.com.
Fantastic. And do you have upcoming events kind of planned out?
Actually, we focus our time to work on the videos on Facebook to make people understand like many things. Like she talked about the eye contact. We did a video and showing that in our country, like in my country specifically, in Benin, when you say hi, when you talk to someone older than you, you put your eyes down to talk to the person. You don't look at the person in the eyes. So here in Canada, it's different. When you talk to someone, like right now, when you talk to other people here, you have to look at them in the eyes too, so they understand that you're putting attention to what they're saying. So we do we do different videos like this to make people understand that we are different. We are different, but
those differences are normal. For your culture.
Absolutely.